descriptions. What you are looking at, if you can make it out there, it could be Noah's Ark. And they're not kidding about this. The one from the Bible is the one I referred to. A team of Christian explorers say that they are 99.9% sure that what they found are parts of the legendary ship beneath snow and volcanic debris near a peak of a mountain in Turkey. Eric Klein is an archaeologist and professor at George Washington University, and he joins us now. Eric, good to have you here.
Thank you.
So you say, astonishingly to me, because I'm very cynical, even though I would love it to be Noah's Ark. I mean, what could be cooler than that, right?
Right.
You say that there's a pretty good chance that they did find that this is it.
Well, actually, I'm getting more skeptical by the hour.
You are?
Yes, this is the type of documentation where they've done what we call published by press conference. It should have come out in a scientific journal. It should have been vetted by independent scholars, things like that. And as criticism is growing in newspaper reports and across the blogosphere of what these guys have, they haven't responded yet, and nobody's seen their data. So the longer it remains, the more skeptical I grow. Well, they're claiming that they have carbon-14 dates. The date this wood back to 4800 BCE. Where is that carbon-14 date? Release the data to us. Where's the actual site? They haven't actually said where the site is. I mean, none of this is what a scientific researcher does. So the longer this goes on, the more inclined I am to lump this in the category of pseudoscience, or maybe even a hoax. I mean, it's sounding worse and worse for them. I would say the ball is almost in their court now to back up their... Yeah, to prove it, exactly.
I just thought it was kind of comical to say they're 99.5% sure that they found Noah's Ark. I mean, that leaves the other 5 tenths of a percent, I guess, which means maybe it's not. But let me ask you this.
Exactly.
As you say, these kind of findings have happened before. Is it possible that there would be, that it would still exist? What would you find if you did find it? After all of these years, what might be left of the Ark, Doctor?
Yeah, after all of these years, that's part of the problem, is that the Ark, if it ever existed, and of course there's a huge debate as to whether it even existed, but let's say for argument's sake that it did exist, something that's 5,000 years old made out of wood more than likely disintegrated a very long time ago. And even if it did survive, it may well have been converted into something else. I mean, that's an awful lot of wood that would have been used in the Ark, and there's not going to be an awful lot of wood left after Noah lands on his mountain. So I would have thought that he would...
too, don't forget.
Absolutely. With the big flood and everything's gone. I would have presumed that he would have dismantled the Ark and we'd be looking for a house or something rather than an Ark. But the chances of finding something made of wood that's that old, unless it's in Egypt where it's preserved by the desert, or unless it's at, say, the bottom of the Black Sea where there's no ocean and there's no organisms to eat the wood. Otherwise, you're going to be hard-pressed. You might find someone like Utsi the Iceman, but to find a huge Ark... Yeah, I'm skeptical.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we're gonna keep looking. It sounds like, based on your assessment here. Doctor, good to have you with us, Dr. Klein. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
He's in the skeptical category.
Yeah.
Could you tell?
一支由香港和土耳其联合组成的方舟探险队，就在这座山上，还真发现了诺亚方舟。
昨天，由中国香港人和土耳其人组成的探索队在京召开发布会，称在土耳其东部的亚拉腊山高于海拔4000米的冰川进行挖掘，成功进入一个巨型木结构。荷兰著名探索家格利特·艾顿称，他有大量事实显示，土耳其东部的亚拉腊山上发现的木结构就是传说中的诺亚方舟。
Yes, I studied the subject of Noah's Ark for 35 years, and I found many details that exactly match this find.
探险队分析认为，亚拉腊山上气候严寒，3000多米以上从没有人类建屋居住的遗迹，加上当地世代沿袭以泥砖建屋，木材是罕有建材，因此过去发现的灵感木块都是来自方舟。香港探索队员袁文辉表示，此次发现的突破在于探索队成功进入巨型木結構。
首先咧就最初咧我哋其實係一個製作嘅機構嚟嘅，即係拍好多紀錄片啊咁樣。咁咧就喺香港我哋有一個主題公園啦，就好似一隻挪亞方舟咁樣嘅形狀，咁根據聖經裏面所記載嘅尺寸咧去做咗出嚟。
其实前些年就曾有科学家宣布过类似发现，但一直未得到考古界的认同。尽管如此，有报道称，土耳其当地官员对此相当重视，拟将来把发现申请列入联合国世界文化遗产。北京台报道。
从此，诺亚方舟也许不是一个传说。
邊咧？下邊係咪木嚟嘅？我都見到側邊嗰啲都係木嘅字。呢個就十三位嘅。
我已經進入咗方舟嘅櫃蟹嘅內陸。我見到嘅咧就係一條木嘅樓梯，呢度係條木嘅樓梯，聽唔聽到有木聲？好，我哋大家再望上邊，上邊見唔見到一條木？呢度一條木，呢度嗱一條差唔多成2-3米嘅長木。
만약 노아의 방주를 찾아낸다면 모든 종교인들은 자신들이 생각하고 있는 죽음과 영원, 또 매일매일의 가치를 다시 한번 생각하게 될 것입니다. 이미 고인이 된 내셔널 지오그래피 편집자가 몇 년 전 이곳 워싱턴에서 말했듯이 노아의 방주의 발견은 인류 역사상 가장 위대한 고고학적 발견이며 또 예수의 부활 이후 가장 큰 사건이 될 것입니다. 또한 과학적 사고의 흐름을 모두 바꿔놓게 될 것입니다.
이곳은 이란과 옛소련 제국의 경계선이죠. 아래산은 약 5,000m 높이로 솟아있으며 24평방마일을 차지하고 있습니다. 고대 많은 유명한 사람들은 그 신성한 산으로 여행을 떠났습니다. 서기 1269년 잘 알려진 탐험가 마르코 폴로는 그의 여행기에서 노아의 방주가 아라렛산의 눈 덮인 봉우리에 놓여있다고 기술했습니다. 세계 제2차 대전 직후 러시아의 파일럿인 자바로스키 주민은 아라렛산 위에서 방주를 보았다는 믿기지 않는 얘기를 했습니다. 자발로스키가 목격한 소식은 니콜라스 황제에게까지 전해졌습니다. 1917년 황제는 2중대의 병사들을 보내어 이 비범한 발견물의 위치를 파악하고 기록하도록 했습니다. 병사들은 방주를 찾아 그 크기를 재었습니다.